Good morning, John. This Pizzamas, we've had thoughts from places, we've had walks in the woods, we've had Song Wednesdays, and now, as you can tell from the gray speckled walls behind me, it's a traditional, unscripted airport vlog. People in the airport think that I'm crazy. Actually, since we started Vlogbrothers, airport aesthetics have changed. In the new wing of the Missoula International Airport, it's just got white walls. It's not gray or speckled. That makes me think they're gonna look dirty soon, but hopefully they'll keep it clean. I loved your video yesterday. It was so thoughtful and kind and open. I want to talk about it, but first I have to talk about the fact that I just went through airport security with beanie sandfurbs in my bag because it did flag security. They were like, what is that? We got to check on what that is. It's dense, it's weird, it's almost a gel. I was worried. He might not make it through, but the young TSA agent decided that beanie was in fact not a threat to the security of my aircraft and let me through. So I've been thinking a lot about, I don't know what the right term to call it is, but maybe moral stress. So it's this idea that you're kind of fine living in a certain way if you think it's okay. And that exact same way of living can be extremely stressful if you think that it's harmful or immoral or unclean or something like that. Like, it isn't the actual behavior that's stressing you out. It's your belief that the behavior is somehow harmful to you or to others. Particularly if you feel like you are required to act in a way either by your society or by your biology, like you can't stop doing something. There's nothing wrong with Cheetos, but if you think that Cheetos are evil and you can't stop eating them, then it becomes very a big source of stress in a life. So unlike some Pizzamasses, there's been a theme to this one. And I think that it is, broadly the open realization and discussion of what to do about the fact that the internet as exists, you and I both understand it to be doing more harm than good. I'm not making that argument right now. I'm just saying that that's something I'm carrying around in the world. And there have been times in the last few years when I have felt a moral stress about this, where I feel like I might be participating because of a pathological addiction to the structures of the internet, or I might be participating because I'm kind of locked in, there's a lot of stuff I have to do, there's a lot of built up infrastructure here, there's a lot of people relying on me. So in that situation, if you decided one day, if I decided that this was bad, I still couldn't stop. And that can make me feel like I'm locked in and that I'm participating despite my belief that it's bad. Now, I think actually that thought process is actually the pathological thought, is actually the thing that's causing me harm. Because I don't think we're actually doing bad here, but I can get locked into this worry that I'm only doing this because I'm addicted to it. I'm only doing it because I'm locked in. I have no agency, and that feeling of being disempowered, I feel like is tied to a feeling of purposelessness. I don't know, they don't seem related, but I think they are. And this, I'm sorry, this is an unscripted vlog, and I don't have it all straight in my head right now. Don't think that I've settled on any of these thoughts. I can get over-focused on those thoughts about me not having agency because they're the scariest thoughts. And of course I would want to focus on the scariest thoughts. They're the ones that stress me out the most, and I can forget that maybe it's the thoughts that are stressing me out. Maybe it's the frame rather than the reality. Because what I can do is I can actually look not at what I'm stressing out about, but what actually is. Which is that, John, you and I have been aware of these problems for a long time, and we've not been doing nothing about it. We wrote a mystical prompt journal together. And you could go and buy it. And the whole point of it is to get you out of the phone and into your own mind and into your own community. And that's the work of that project. That's the explicit goal of it. That's why we did it. And lots of people have that. And lots of people have sent me really nice notes about how much they like it. And it is, you could go get it right now. It's available. There's a link in the description. My friend Bria and I made a focus timer app that blocks social media that was the most popular app in America. It's not like we've been doing nothing. It's not like we haven't been recognizing that this problem exists. And I have enjoyed those things. I have enjoyed those collaborations. There's this idea that if you recognize that the system you are inside of is imperfect or broken or bad, that then you, inside of that system, any work you do in there also must be imperfect or broken or bad. And that's a dumb idea. That doesn't mean that there's no space for critique. That doesn't mean that you can do no harm. You can do no wrong. Obviously, you still have to be intentional about it. And obviously, I don't post on Twitter anymore. That's not a place that I want to add to the network effects of. It's explicitly harmful. And I have no interest in being there. So there's decisions we all have to make. There's things we all have to recognize. But ultimately, what's definitely true is that the internet isn't going away. It's an important place with important people on it. And also the way that it is being set up is designed to rob us of our agency and to rob us of our attention. And so we have to act in opposition to that. If you just follow the profit motive, you'll design a system that will rob people of community because people who are at a potluck hanging out aren't scrolling on their phones, aren't watching cable news. These systems are designed to rob us of our agency, and so we have to design systems that take our agency back, that take our attention back, and that make it so that we're not only focused on the thing that is hottest, most divisive, and hardest of any given moment. Like, that's what they want us focused on, because those are the things that are... But there's all kinds of problems that aren't like that deserve our attention. Anyway, I have to go get on a plane, and this is what you get when it's unscripted. Would it be nice if Pizzamas tied everything up into a bow? Maybe this is a little bit of that, but it's going to be also a little bit open. One radical act of taking back your attention might be to get Kathleen DeVere's Pizzamas one-shot and get people around for collaborative storytelling, because what greater act of resistance against the attentional oligarchs could there be? It's great. It's so cool that we're doing that, and all of the other Pizzamas stuff too also is only available now until the end of the weekend, and this is the last time I'm going to tell you about it. So you really, if you want any of it, and I'm rocking it right now. I think I look great. It's available at pizzamas.com. John, I'll see you on Tuesday.